Today's a good day. Check this thing out. It's the IceRiver KS5L. Just got this in. It's one of the most profitable mining rigs. You can get your grubby mitts on right now. Mine's the Kaspa cryptocurrency, which is the third most profitable coin to mine by its daily emission. It's basically a $1 billion industry annually. And this is the 12 terahash second version, which is the best version. The initial quality of this looks better than its predecessors. So let's get it plugged in. Hey, what's up? I'm Vosk on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm chasing financial freedom, passive income dreams with mining. I'm out here in what we call VoskCoin HQ. This is basically my mining overflow area. So I'm out of juice at the moment. I'm waiting on 2 pieces to expand the farm, and we're working on building a much bigger mining farm. But anyway, in here right now it's about 91 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's a pretty cool 91, if that can be such a thing. Airflow in here is stagnant. I have no airflow moving through this building. I need to expand soon. It's always tough to do. Part of the burnout. I've been fighting, but I'm not giving up today. I can't be down when I got such a sweet miner in. I'll talk more about why I got this, how I got this, where I got this, how much it costs. But let's talk a little bit more about actually using it first. So this is the Bombax. That thing is crazy. Check out our video on that thing. It is one of the coolest miners I've ever had. This is laser etched into the side and it's painted. It's freaking sweet and it's profitable. So I'm not gonna shut it off right now, I'm sorry. IceRiver KS5L, it uses per the power supply, or it's capable of 3,400 watts here on the side. Plugged into an Altair mining PDU. This thing is sweet. I'll link that out in the video description below. Of course, how places to buy this miner too. Got coupon code, save some coin. Just punch in code VoskCoin down there if you want to try out what I'm doing yourself. And I've got a watt meter on the wall. We'll look at that here shortly. This miner in particular uses a C19, C20 power cable, just one. So the mining PDU can easily handle that. It's got 2 connections for that. I'm using 30 amp circuits throughout the building. All my stuff are on 30 amp circuits. This is 240 voltage single phase, which has its pros and cons, more cons than pros. That's what all my gear is running on. These are not miners you can plug into any outlet in your house. You do need 240 voltage or really 200 voltage plus. There's multiple ways to get to that. If you're totally new, watch our beginner guide where I talk about basically everything you could possibly need to know to get up to speed mining and safely and efficiently and thus profitably. Then this doesn't have any sort of Wi-Fi support, so I'm plugging in an Ethernet cable and I've got internet access. Then I just log into my internet app, right? So I have an Eero mesh network out here. So I open the application and I'm just gonna scroll down here and I'll look for something that says new, or I thought it would. So the miner has not popped up. We look at the wall, it's basically pulling almost nothing, 0.2 watts. So I'm guessing that the power button that is on the IceRiver power supplies is not engaged. So it was open. Now I've connected the circuit. You see it blinking. And this is really cool. It's got a light on the power supply now, which I need to look into that. I'm just assuming means it's basically gonna say if the power supply is good or bad. This is another thing I noticed on the Bombax power supplies. When you look at typical Asic miner power supplies, they don't have this feature. This is a newer thing we're seeing to start roll out. It's really cool to see. It'll make it better for everyone as a user, but especially useful as you scale and scale and scale out a mining farm operation and deployment, because if, let's say, it has a straight red light and that means that it's bad. Well, you look at it, you instantly know what the issue is. You're like, okay, pull it off, change the power supply, should be good to go, right? That's pretty exciting. You can hear the fan starting to whirl over there. So let me bring you back into my application here. And sure enough, I've got new. I've never seen an IceRiver with this default name. So I'm just gonna come in here for now and over. So I'm just gonna punch in IceRiver KS5L. Then I get the IP address and I can log in remotely and input my mining information, start earning passive income with this device. So I'm gonna hop off the camera and do exactly that. I'm starting to sweat in here. I'm gonna gather several days of mining data, real world mining profitability data. With that, we'll look at how much it earns, how much it burns. Is it doing what it's supposed to do? Has it been reliable in that testing period? And then we'll look at the ROI, we'll look at how long is it gonna take me to break even on this device, and really just break it down to see if this is gonna be the next go-to miner, because the IceRiver KS3M has absolutely been one of the biggest, most profitable, most sought after, and most produced go-to mining rigs over the last year. This is positioned to be the successor to it. But a couple other companies we'll talk about, they may not want that. They don't want that at all, and they may do something to stop it. So I'd watch it all before you buy anything. But is that just a secret trick to get you to watch the video? No, it's real. You'll see. All right, so how much is this thing earning? How much is it burning? We can see right now it's earning about $55 a day per NiceHash. To compare that to the Antminer, not IceRiver, the Antminer KS3, the better one, that is pulling in about $47 a day. So that thing has been phenomenal. I've had that for quite a while now. Some of the other projected mining profitability I've seen from NiceHash recently has been $57.66 a day, as well as just a straight $54 a day. So we're coming in there sort of in the middle. Let's remote into this miner and check it out. The default login is admin, and then you have 1 through 8 as the password. We can see that we are mining at about 12 terahash a second, which is 12,000 gigahash a second. It is not happy with its temperatures. And it has reported abnormal temperatures, which is why we're getting this exactly. It's operating at about 62 Celsius. So 62 C2F means that these chips are running at about 143 degrees. This is running hot. My mining farm is absolutely maxed out right now. So like I showed you when I set this up, this is in the VoskCoin HQ future building. We call it the field building. This is not meant to be the mining farm. I've got plenty of juice in there, but it's not. I steal a bunch of space from it in the winter, but it's getting hot now. The temperature today is going to be a high of 88 Fahrenheit. I'm actually really worried. I may need to sub this out for one of the less profitable miners that's in my pod, or I need to pull a miner that's in my immersion fluid out and then get this thing dunked. But I'm always very cautious to go and dunk a miner I recently received, because you'll find that most of their problems will show themselves within the first couple weeks, whether it's a bad hash board, bad power supply, or whatever. And if you dunk it, you will get absolutely no support from those miner manufacturers, which I don't necessarily think is cool or fair, but that is the reality. The IceRiver KS5L is an expensive miner to grab right now, and the price will continue to come down moving forward, of course, I think, unless Kaspa goes on a tear up in price. But these are coming in somewhere between 12 grand and 14 grand, really on the street value right now. So we got ours from Coin Mining Central, so thank you to them for making today's video possible. We've got a coupon code VoskCoin to save some coin. It means everything if you take the time to support us with our links and our codes, and also support yourself with the code. You can head over to IceRiver, but they are selling out all of their batches. They seem to have really kind of moved to the model where they are just dealing with bulk mining farm buyers, as well as just bulk mining resellers. I mean, it's easier. It's way easier. The amount that you have to spend in customer support it's just crazy when you deal with the little guys, right? I'm not saying that's right or wrong. It's actually kind of sucks. But it's the reality of the situation. Kaspa's putting out about $1.3 million a day right now. It's up an impressive 20% over the last week, which is up more than most of the competitor mineable cryptocurrencies, which is great and massively aiding the mining profitability. If you would have had this miner just a couple months ago, granted, remember, it just pretty much came out and started hitting its destination, this is a device that would have been pulling in $120 a day. Very wild performance. Right now it's projected to earn $56 a day and 31 cents, and my electricity rate is 10 cents per kilowatt hour, so it does not cost me $9.79. It costs me about $8.16 to operate this machine. It's probably more like $8.25 because it's coming in a bit higher in power consumption, probably due to the fact that the fans are running at a high speed, a high capacity. We can see that their RPMs are at 5,900. And if you're wondering what percentage that is, these fans are running full bore right now, and the miner is still not happy with its temperature. So this could absolutely be negatively impacting my mining profitability. Kaspa is the 40th biggest cryptocurrency when ranked by CoinMarketCap, coming in at about 13, almost 14 cents per coin. So if I'm mining, let's say $57 a day, which pretty much covers my electric bill. So I'm pulling like $50 a day as opposed to the $40 a day that we had expected to make with this Asic mining rig for Kaspa, which is the K heavy hash mining algorithm. That equates to about 417 coins. So let me show you some other data. I have a KA box running in here as well. My 24-hour hash rate on that is 1.1 terahash a second, which is a bit lower than it's supposed to do, but it's also running in a bit of a hotter environment now, which isn't helping anything. And I'm mining 41 coins per day with that device. So we could say that this device is 10 to 11 times better, which puts us pretty in line with how many coins that we would be mining, if not more coins than we're projecting here with the $57 a day. We've also have a IceRiver KS3M running with Revolution mining. So they have curtailment and other things with their mining farms, so it's not getting maximum hash rate, which is understood and expected with that device. And with that in mind, we're mining, roughly about 200 coins a day right now. And 200 coins a day is going to be about $27 a day. We reviewed Revolution Mining before, but they're a mining hosting provider, co-location, and they aim to be a one-stop shop where they want you to head over there, buy a miner, and they'll get it deployed and just kind of handle everything for you. It's like turnkey mining. This isn't a sponsored ad or anything like that. This is just a quick snapshot on my experience with them, as I do have actually 2 mining rigs in their mining farm, an S19 XP and the IceRiver KS3M. But let's bring it back to the focus here, the IceRiver KS5L. And we'll refresh this, see if we get a different number, pretty much 56.5 again for 24-hour mining profitability. So we could definitely project that we're going to be mining somewhere between 40 and 50 bucks after electric. Let's take the high side, be optimistic. Over the next year, we will be set to make $18,000, which is an incredible amount of money as far as I'm concerned. But it's not that simple or linear, because over the next year, the amount of coins mined per day will be cut in half. Kaspa steps down its mining rewards monthly by 1/12, roughly, essentially. Also, as we continue to move forward in the timeline of this world, more and more machines are coming online for Kaspa mining. We look at the mining hash rate here. It's at 273 petahash a second. And I looked up how to say that yesterday. It's petahash. It's petabyte. It's not peta. Peta. Like that dude from the Hunger Games. Is that about a year ago, it was at 1 petahash. So it's become 273 times more difficult to mine Kaspa over the last year, while there's half as many coins to be had. So if we took that number, right, well, we would mine half as much. So I think realistically, we're looking at more of like a 1-year break-even projection on this device. And that's assuming nothing happens with the Kaspa price. But of course it will. It will probably pump to new all-time highs, or it could dump, which would be absolutely tragic. As always, I don't know. I run with market sentiment, fundamentals, and real-world mining profitability and all my experience and everything combined. So I think we have good times ahead of us in the near future and even medium term in cryptocurrency. Just in general, and that includes Kaspa. So we'll just have to see. Remember that Kaspa's still not on some major cryptocurrency exchanges. We'll see if that's good or bad, but I think that some major listings could be just absolute game changers for this cryptocurrency. When we look at this, right, we're not seeing Binance, we're not seeing Coinbase, we're not seeing a lot of US-based cryptocurrency exchanges. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. Maybe it's something that they have lined up or they're actively working towards and could even be in their back pocket. and then hopefully the market starts to go crazy, and then they're like, and bang, Coinbase listing, bang, Binance listing, and the price doubles. 3 billion is a huge market cap, but in a parabolic altcoin bull run, 3 billion is nothing. Remember that stupid step-in coin? It went to 25 billion. Just put that into perspective. So yeah, the IceRiver KS5L. I need to, maybe I'll move where this is mining today just for the sake of the miner, because the IceRiver miners are not the most robust miners. I overclocked the KS0 Pro with the T-Swift overclock, and it's dead. I overclocked the IceRiver KS3M, which is basically already overclocked from the factory with the T-Swift overclock. It's killed one of the hash boards. It's frustrating. My IceRiver KS1, I believe the power supply has just failed. That was not even overclocked, and that was in a cooler environment as opposed to where some of these other miners have been running. The quality of the IceRiver miners compared to say like Bitmain, the IceRivers are absolutely lower quality. Absolutely. But they've been a better bang for buck. And depending on your own personal experience, to be frank, they've just simply been the better buy, but they don't have some great overlap in parts. Like I have spare Antminer control boards and power supplies on hand. I don't have spare IceRiver parts on hand. So I'm working on sourcing that now. But to round it out, I think moving forward, the IceRiver KS5L is going to be absolutely one of the biggest miners right now. I think it is going to be the replacement for the KS3M. It will be made in absolute volume. And I think Bitmain is going to try to produce more and more and more of their KS5 models, which if you look at their specs here on screen and you compare them, the KS5 is more powerful, it is more efficient, it is an absolutely better miner, but it has historically been 3 times the price, if not more. But their future batches are coming down significantly in price towards like 10 grand, and that is much more in line with the KS5L pricing. So the KS5L will have to go down below that price point, all things considered equal, right? It just kind of depends what these companies want to do, what they can do, and then as actual miners and consumers here, we just work around their basically miner war the best we can. Yeah, this is an impressive miner. I'm hoping that this is better quality. It seems to be better quality than the previous releases, and I like the new power supply with the little light. I'm hopeful that is going to be a great thing for mining farm operators and just miners in general. I'd like to see that something like that become industry standard. So we'll see. But I'm gonna close it out. My name is Vosker on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, and if you haven't, please subscribe because we run 10 seconds of tail. She's our CKO, our Chief Kaspa officer. She's napping right next to me, looking freaking adorable. Okay, and she's also super genius. And she kickstarted the VoskCoin YouTube channel, and she owns it. And do I need any more reasons? She's awesome.